about to get rid of my PS5 and give it to my to my nephew, and figured I'd boot up ARK, take a look at the maps that I was on, the bases I made, the dinos I tamed, just kind of get an overview. Big fan of this music, always hits the spot. So I started off at the island. That's where I'm gonna go first. This was my second base, my upgraded base. Start here. On the island, I did everything without creative mode. I was harvesting, and I definitely increased the rates. Not by too much, but I did increase them. But yeah, everything I did was through the game mechanics, not through any of the creative mode options. So you'll take a look at the base, take a look at the dinos, the views, whatever. Take in the sounds. This is up on the western coast. Alright, let's go check out the base. Enough nature viewing. Yeah, I like to use the spike walls, create a perimeter, and then get the gates going for the base walls. A lot of stone, some metal, and definitely a lot of crystal for all the greenhouse panels. Turtles are definitely my first mounts. You know, back at the Footspaws where I started, at my first base there, it took me a while to really branch out. I was scared when it got dark, when I would try to venture out and I'd end up in the swamp or near raptors and just get murked up pretty quick. I got a trike after the turtles. It died eventually. And then I ran into a Therizinosaurus. That shit fucked me up. I went back and tamed it, and after I got that, I was straight. Wasn't really scared as much, branched out. Got pretty comfortable with taking care of exploring and dinosaurs, taming, and then eventually moved everything up here. Good old direwolf pack. Check out the greenhouse later. Just all storage I was putting together. I like to do shit around the perimeter of the base like this, since you don't need to put them on platforms. And yeah, it was just a game I got through PS Plus. It was available for free at some point back in I think 2020 or 2021. Maybe in 2022. End of 2021, I think. And I just got into it. I was surprised that I liked that. I never really played survival sandbox games before. And so I started checking some stuff out on YouTube, and the first guy I came across was Glock9 actually. And I thought his was pretty entertaining. Checked out some of the others, sizing. Started watching some of Ross Clark's stuff to learn more about the dinos. Yeah, this was the beginning of the base. Whatever this is, like a 3x3 or 4x3. And then once I didn't need to use this room anymore, once I branched out to the other levels and areas, I made it into that display room down there with the large taxidermy base. Started like changing all the walls to glass and shit. This became my upgraded crafting area. Tried to keep my fridge space light. Didn't really get too many cryopods going. Yeah, the thylas are definitely some of my favorites. The berries, and that unicorn I found one night when I was out doing night loot drops. And he was near one, so I just worked on bringing him back. And that's the only time I came across a unicorn in this game. I used to pull my T-Rex up here before I had the greenhouse there, before I expanded the base further. I used to just sit there. I would use that to mount them easier. Got some more drums going. Guess you only hit a one drum? See if I can get them both going at the same time. Yep, enough of that. All the gear and weapons and shit that I was mostly liking to use would be in there. I don't think I got any of the artifacts on the island. I just built and tamed. And then once I got kind of bored here, I branched out to the Lost Island to get, different dinos going. I was gonna get a bunch of, like, basically every flyer, every small flying mount or tame I was gonna have all up here. And then use this lift to bring other dinos up, just kind of have them all chilling perched up here. And I don't know what I wanted to do in here at all. I was just building. Where I was able to get the plumbing through. I used my RG to just get that all crafted. Pretty shoddy plumbing work. Does the trick though. Same with the electrical. Check out the greenhouse. I definitely looked up how to build that, but everything else I pretty much just was winging it and figuring it out on my own. But how to get the plumbing set up for the greenhouse, I looked that up online. I can't remember who's set up. There was somebody laying it out. And yeah, I got the Sarcos somewhat early on, after getting familiar with the swamp area, getting over to the redwoods. Yeah, get the berries on top, crops on the bottom. Just trying to get the kibbles going. And I guess some of the recipes and stuff too. But yeah, the Therizinosaurus I was talking about is Xeno over there. I got a female Xeno and then mated him for CJ. Kind of did the same thing with the pterodons, although I lost, I think, a couple of them. Spinos are definitely, I think, my favorite for a while. When we get to my first base, I'll show you kind of how I incorporated a big trap to get those two tamed. And I kept wondering how you tame the alphas, and that's how I started learning about the creative mode and like the commands and stuff. And since I couldn't figure out how to tame them, I was like, well, I'll just force tame them. And then I realized that alphas can't be tamed, so for some reason I thought you could, and I just didn't know how to do it. But the alphas are pretty dope. They're fast. I was definitely running shop for them, or with them for a while. And then when I would craft, or I'm sorry, when I would mine, like metal stuff, this is what I would use. Little flying fortress. Dock is my main RG. get rid of all my stuff and go check out the other base. So yeah, it's me up on the west coast there. We're gonna go down to the Footspaw. That's where I started. Basically just built the base where they launched me. I was like pretty scared to go up that way. So I kept going where my guys fit. I kept going that way, and then over there to the left. Yeah, so the first base, I mean, it started small. It started with that first little, was it like a 2x3 or something? And it just kept expanding. Yeah, I'll just be harvesting stone, wood, thatch, just building. This is like the first little courtyard I had for some of my dinos. They'll be kind of perched up over there and out here. Start building up, then build up more. Just increase the perimeter. Build another courtyard out there on the side. This became the new kind of area. Just fly my RG in here, hop off, do what I had to do, fly back out. And just try to create areas to walk around on the perimeter. So I could, you know, kill dinos. Sometimes, Spinos would come down here. What else? There's a Brano that, like, I tried to hit and lure away from my base, but he just, like, attacked my base instead, even though I wasn't in it. It was weird. So I started trying to create ways to just shoot from the top. These are the only ones I left behind. I got sick of their noise. And the Dilos, I don't know, I guess I just felt like leaving them here. But yeah, I just did all this, I think, for fun. I don't know, wasn't really sure what I was doing. I think I wanted to be able to get on top of these roofs here, but not sure how I was doing. I can't get up anymore. I was gonna have like my flyers up here. And then this large courtyard kind of underneath me here is where I would lure the Spinos, just anything really that I wanted to tame. You know, just close the door, narc them, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, there would be Spinos right down that way pretty frequently. But yeah, there's like a door over to the left here. Just use that to lure them in. Pretty sweet view. But you're just so far away from everything down here, so that's why I eventually went to the next base. Plus I wanted to try just something different based on what I started seeing through watching YouTube. You know, this is all like one structure, there's no like perimeter, there's no spike walls. Just kind of keeps going up and around. Yeah, just kind of going through everything over again. Might as well get out of here. The other two are just kind of outposts for when I was harvesting or exploring. So, we'll check out, you know, check in the next map basically. Boys. Alright, Lost Island. So, on this one it was mostly harvested, but I definitely was using creative for some of the crafting. Became less fun to spend hours, you know, loading up dinos, fucking getting the best out of the harvesting trips and building from there, and just started saying fuck it. Hence the tech gates out there. I haven't even ascended. Yeah, this one I definitely took a more find a big area with some gaps, like some high walls, some high rocks, and just fill the gaps with gates and spike walls, create a perimeter, have more of an open layout than like a building that has everything. And there's definitely dinos out this way that would fuck with me, but nothing like destructive. Yeah, I got the, what's that species, whatever, one of each on the wyverns. So guys and gals. I was thinking I would just get like mating pairs of each and tame. But you know, that gets kind of old after a while. I didn't keep up with it. Got those Dinopithecises up there. I remember the first time I came across one of those. I did not notice it. Definitely got killed. And I started seeing them when I would come across them. I finally was able to tame one. Is it the Megasaurus? I got them all bunched up, can't even see them. Polygonal. Yeah, just kind of do these platforms for all the crafting areas. liked how you could put the taxidermy things kind of in front of his buildings. The Datons are pretty awesome. I definitely liked them once I got them. Oh, looks like I left my cooker on. Yeah, the platforms definitely feel better. It's cool having that whole open area feel to your base, especially when you like get a nice setup with a nice view like this. Yeah, I like creating these patios outside the buildings too. Pretty basic greenhouse, low profile, nothing too stacked up high. Yeah, I finally started getting some of the artifacts of this map. Yeah, I'll just do a lot of loot crates, a lot of crafting, recipes, industrial cooker stuff. Definitely got more cryopods going. Did the custom armor, painted armor. Grinder. And I liked how I was able to put the dung beetles underneath here. Good old Ren and Stimpy coming through with the fur. And yeah, there's just another area I had to box out. There's nothing really down here. Sometimes there'd be a supply drop. And yeah, the plumbing. I think I used creative this time and not my allergy. It's pretty much the base. We can check out the top level there, see all the flyers or larger flying type mounts I have. Got the griffins over here. RGs. Looks like no dock this time. We got B West, we got Chicken Hawk. And yeah, I don't remember, is it Magnanosaurus? I don't remember what they called it. Those are definitely the mounts that I was looking to check out here. The Lost Island, and the Griffins. And the Snowy Owls. Yeah, I guess I was into checking out the flying mounts. Excuse me. But yeah, that's basically it for the Lost Island. This is all pre-recorded. I thought I could dub the audio on top, but I can only really do it in like one take, because I can't hear the audio from this feed while I'm recording my audio. So I'm just doing a recording of the recording all in one take. Otherwise, I'd open up the map and see where this is at on the Lost Island. Alright, check out the last map I was in, Fjord. Yeah. Music's done. Also, pretty much all creative mode in this one, with the crafting at least. I always thought if you built these bases on the Mosasaurus that you would just like, they'd be airtight. I didn't realize that's not the case. So this thing's kind of pointless, but it's here. Yeah, I did these ocean platforms, thinking I'd have like kind of a secondary base out here with some of the tech stuff, but I ended up just putting it together for the fuck of it. Didn't really do much by the time I was done with it all. It just filled in the gaps, and then I started putting all my ocean mounts underneath these platforms. I meant to go down there and check them out, but I never did. I could add a clip, but just swimming around underwater with a bunch of mounts over there is something special. But yeah, I basically got every ocean mount that's worth getting. Mosasaurus, Silosaurus. I accidentally killed my squid, my Tuso, with the fucking rifle, the destroy rifle. That kinda sucked. Why do they just take shit and stand there? Oh, they're off. Thank you. So this is one of the entrances. I had to add this fence because sometimes the tames that I have just kind of roam in here, just make it through that wall somehow. Yeah, when I came across this whole area, this is what I decided I needed to make my base. And I used to have all these ones just roaming in here, but as you can see, like, they'll just get caught up on each other. They'll just start walking in the same spot. They were like all doing that. So I just got them all to stand still, except for some, but even still. They'll just fucking find themselves looking like a bunch of idiots. Yeah, at one point these ovises started breeding. I didn't realize it. So I went from like 3 or 4 ovises to like fucking 20 of them. See, look, there's another one stuck. It's just crazy. Couldn't get any unis here, unicorns. Just the regular equises. But yeah, I like the idea of putting a bunch of the tames I had in that free range area. I didn't really keep naming these guys as I got them. I like that green woolly. Alright, so anytime I do a Dino wipe, some T-Rexes would always spawn up inside my base here, so I would leave this guy out here to fuck with them. The Bronto would actually take care of them, but I didn't want him to be on his own if there was more than one. And yeah, dedicated house for the dung beetles. Nice little pond area. I was definitely into getting the shadow mains going. Didn't even name them. Oh, excuse me. Couple berries, couple capros, one Sarco. Just chilling. This is the greenhouse. I went to town on this one. I really like the idea of having it by the water, and there's kind of a raised cliff that I was building it kind of into, but I liked not ready to do. And then I just got some patio storage and crafting out here, as usual. There's a bunch of fridges up on the main crafting platform. I just needed more of them. Put them down here. Got the cooker down there too. And just lots of crop plots. It's like a lot of need fertilizer maybe. That's kind of the view. Is it like a triple decker maybe? And it goes up further than that. Just figuring out how to get the angled ceiling roof lines was fun. Took me a while. Demolish, craft demolish, that kind of shit. Got the little brewing area. Some fresh beer. Can't get the cannabis going yet, but maybe an ARK 2. Medicinal herbs instead of just berries and crops. Oh yeah, you can't really get to that top level. Just there for show, really. Egg station, cooked meats. Got those cliff platforms. And then those areas out on the perimeter are all walled out, just in case. I leave all my dinos in neutral, so if anything does make it into the base, they all will fuck with it eventually. Then I have to reset them in their positions. Oh, just gets tedious. So I started putting walls up, keeping everybody separate. Yeah, I don't really know what these are for, or why they put them in. I guess it's more PvP. But, I figured I'd see what they're all about. I had a rover too, but it would just keep, like, skipping across the ground when it wasn't being used. So, I just destroyed it. Yeah, I really liked this whole big platform idea. Saw it somewhere on YouTube. It's definitely better than my previous bases, in my opinion. Yeah, it's just all the stuff that was crafted that I didn't use. Raw materials from there. I accidentally did 100 on that armor. I just threw them all in there for the time being. Yeah, if you need goods, there they are. Yeah, I was gonna get more of those alpha skulls and have like 4 of them up there, but never finished getting around to it. Yeah, I got grinder over here. Bookcase for the blueprints. I think I moved all the armor upstairs. Yeah, just try to keep the best ones, basically. Not everyone, just the best ones I get. This is all just the useless excess, basically. Not that, that's stuff I was actually keeping up with. Go upstairs, check out the top level. This is more like the home, where downstairs is like the crafting area. But yeah, this is all down on the Arctic or the southern, or right up in the tip there before you get to the mountains on the southern continent or island. Yeah, I was able to get all the artifacts in Fjord Ore. Figured I'd bring the direwolf up into the home, let him chill. Yeah, I realized that the caves are pretty easy on this one. But when I was here, I decided to actually go and get them all, only to find out they're like the easiest ones to get. Excuse me. Got the sleeping pod up in here, some fireplaces. And then I got the cliff platforms out that way. All the stuff worth keeping's in there. Some of the taxidermy bases. I got my flyers up here. Another dock. I think that RG is one of the last mounts I got during the holiday. Oops. And I got the Desmos up on the next level. Keeping watch. I had to build this wall on this next level because these cliffs just used to be exposed with the spike walls there. And for some reason that would encourage some of the dinos out there to charge the spike walls, and then all my flyers would leave and go attack it, and I'd have to bring them all back over and over again. I think I left the Desmos and passive, so that they're just watching, not doing shit. That's the home base, and then I got the snowy owls out here. They used to be out there, I just figured that's where I put them. And then the rest of the dinos are all behind these gates on the perimeter. Check them out. Alright, back. Make sure I recorded all that before I lost it. So yeah, like this. A pterodon got in here, I killed it. Whew. And then they all decided to harvest it. So they were all set up. And now they're all kind of bunched up together. Yeah, I got raptors, tech raptors, terror birds, and I can't say the other one for some reason. It's not coming to mind. Yeah, I was definitely into collecting dinos on Fjordor. I went to the volcanoes a lot, so I just kept getting Volanosaurs. Got some Ravagers in the caves. These are some of my first. I forget what they're called. Major Circus. Got the Textegos. These guys are pretty early too, the Hyaenodons. Same with the turtles. And the Diplos actually. I didn't have them in the earlier maps. Yeah, they look pretty stupid. Hence the names. Yeah, I went with the... So I went into the Drew Carey show. Got some wyverns up here. Didn't really get too into the wyverns on this map. I got 2 lightning wyverns, I believe. Yeah. Lit and Ning. I always get the Lystros, so I was always into collecting Lystros. One of my magnets died from not having food or something. It said it died from starvation. Didn't realize they eat so much food. That's why that guy's got so much. And just my gang of T-Rexes. Some of them are mated, most of them are breeded, most of them are tamed. Ooh, excuse me. I think I moved one of the Lystros over to some of the newer dinos I got further down. Bunch of Allosauruses. Excuse me. A couple of Uties. Old Snuffy and Big Bird. We got the ARK Gigas. Can't really see in the lighting right now. Various colors. Those I just spawned in. Same with these guys. I didn't feel like going around finding them. Then I tamed them. More Thylos, or was it Thyla? Yeah. Datons. Those are definitely up there. Same with the Megasauruses. Oh, Megalosaurus. They're just cool. Spinos are cool. A couple of aberrant Spinos. Rock Drakes are very cool, a couple of them. Was using one of those a lot. Sally, I believe. Quets. I definitely like the Quets too. And then the original Gigas I got. None of those respawned in, those I all found. Same with the Basilisks. My insect gang. I was thinking maybe doing like a whole army. Just like filling up this whole platform up here with like insects. There's definitely room. Speaking of which, get kind of an aerial view. I just like how there's like that horseshoe, that raised horseshoe, so I was like, yeah, I'll use that. And just started walling in that lower level there. They were just kind of here at the northern tip of the, what's it, the blue obelisk island before you get to the cold zone or the frozen zone. I just gotta, I mean, I don't think I need the spike walls around the whole area. I just kept going to make sure. I'm sure a lot of the shit I did is overkill or just wrong, but being creative is what makes this game pretty fun, you know? There isn't much on this side of the base for the walls to be needed, except for like Andrew Sarkis's out that way. Definitely moving around a lot. Probably just sit still and change the camera view. It's a bit jumpy. Yeah, there's the view. Get a little nighttime view. Yeah, I had to really keep adding spike walls because, like I said, that area just kept getting attention from all the wild dinos because of my cliff platforms and the tames being up there. Yeah, pretty sweet. Yeah, well, I figured I'd capture it all before I handed it off. I did. I definitely spent some good time for like a year and a half maybe playing ARK, doing this shit, so maybe some ARK 2 will be in my future, or maybe I'll revisit ARK 1. We'll eventually get into some gaming again, but not on a console. I'll probably have a Steam setup on a PC, so maybe I'll hop back into some ARK then. But until then, this is my venture into ARK. All solo. I didn't do any PvP or even, you know, online PvE. It was just solo shit the whole time. Peace.